All right, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Wise Guys NFL Week 18, last week of the season. Geek and Cuz, let's do this. We are finally back together again.
Geekers.
Listen, I feel like I've been lost the last week or two. Been lost.
Yeah, because we did our Christmas. We missed last week because we were all sick. My whole family, everybody was sick. Then I got it. And I'm like, I need Geek. And, I was going to call you over for the little butler action to give me some chicken soup.
I could have helped.
I know you have grandmom's chicken soup. Her matzo ball soup probably heals anything, right? Like it's got incredible medicinal powers. And I was going to call you to take care of your boy. You know what I'm saying?
I would have brought you the soup.
I know you would.
The butler bet comes above all. One must always respect the butler bet. Now, on this show, aside from talking about bets, we talk about what wise guys do. And I got one for you, okay?
We got.
Wise guys, they don't drink seltzer. They drink Pellegrino. Oh! I knew it. Was ready. That was unprepared.
Now, we did not plan that.
No, I knew it.
We didn't plan that.
No. Wise guys, they don't drink seltzer. Seltzer. They drink Pellegrino. Fancy seltzer.
Cause that's outrageous.
You gotta.
I knew you were like my brother. Like somehow we're related. That is classic.
I cannot tell you how many, and we have to answer a question from my boy Aaron Friedman over here before we get into the NFL breakdown. But I can't tell you how many people have DM'd me. This show doesn't get a ton of views because we don't do the best job of getting it out there, right? We got to figure that out. But
all right. I'm tweeting this bastard out. Yeah.
But obviously it's killed. The bets have been spectacular. What a season of picks. Plus 1,400, plus 17. But pizza bets. You know how much pizza I'm eating from the pizza bets? You know how much weight I've gained?
Yeah, we've it's been fun. We've done well. And listen, this is a great time too because I got a couple games I really like this week, but playoffs are going to be a lot of fun. I had you on the show today, and what's funny? I think one of the first times I was like, I love this dude, was during wild card weekend. I want to say it was 2 years ago, not last year, the year before, and I'm watching you on DFS Army. And I'm going, this dude's the greatest. And it was a playoff. It was like the playoff. And you're like, I own the playoffs, bitch. And and by the way, you killed it. Like you slayed it.
I love playoff football. I love betting it. I love DFSing it.
Yeah.
People don't adjust their play for the playoffs, and that's a big mistake. I figured it out. We're going to crush it this year again because I've never not done that. Now, I'm not saying it's a lot, past performance not indicative of future results, but there's a technique that I'm using for the playoffs that's very simple, very straightforward. And basically it's the teams put their best foot forward in the playoffs. And the minute you understand, they play their best game. There's none of this exhale. You know how we talk all season about, the Rams off a big win, they're going to blow it against Tennessee. Yeah. And we've nailed a lot of those. Mm-hmm. But that doesn't happen in the playoffs. So you can really actually analyze a matchup, and the teams are doing this. They're preparing harder. They're spending more time studying the opposing team. There's just so much about the playoffs that becomes more predictable. I love it because I like that style of play. I don't enjoy as much having to guess which number 3 tight end is gonna get lucky with a touchdown off of
No, you're right. No, you're right.
I don't like that guess. I mean, I get it. I like the analysis of the games. So it's been good for us, and I'm sure we're going to crush it this year over at DFS Army, and of course on the Sharp app with our picks and everything. So let's take a look at Aaron Friedman's question, because I know you're a big college football guy, and I know you're excited about the championship game.
Yeah, I can't wait. Yeah,
and this is like your area. You've been crushing these. So, what are your thoughts on the national championship? Give me.
So I like Georgia, and yeah, I listen. I mean, I get Alabama. I mean, they're incredible, the whole thing. I'm going to tell you, there's a couple of reasons why. One, no Mechie for Alabama. Mechie had a huge game in the first in the SEC championship game. So now you're down a weapon, right? Listen, Jameson Williams, fantastic. I mean, deep threat and all. But Mechie is a pro player that is not going to play. It's a huge, huge loss for them. Now, I also look on the other side. Pickens for Georgia, he's back. You saw him a little bit last week. He's only getting healthier. I think Stetson Bennett, who, made some plays. He, had a couple picks, but he did make some plays down the field. He looked really good against Michigan. They're going to be able to throw it against the Bama secondary. The Bama secondary is very young. Last week, they were down to their fourth and fifth corners. Their fifth and sixth corners. And I think they're going to have some success. And I also, if you remember, there was just a couple big plays in the SEC championship game, but there were also a lot of 3-and-outs where the Georgia defense, that front seven, which is so fast, I think, will be able to stop them. And, again, you're never going to shut down Alabama, but I believe this is a perfect spot for Georgia to revenge. I think they win, and I think they win by double digits.
I love it.
So they're laying 2.5, and I would give you a pizza bet 10, laying the 10. And I know you're thinking, why? It's Alabama. Listen, Alabama getting points. Don't you think everybody's going to be over Alabama?
Yeah, the automatic thought is, how could Alabama be getting points? And that's the sign. Wait a minute. What's going on? They're tempting us here. They're tempting us with this bet. So I love the reverse. I love that approach.
And I like Georgia. I do. I think Georgia's I believe in their front seven. The only thing the only thing that scares me a little bit in the game is Kirby Smart against Saban. I mean, he fell flat, and I think he overthought things. So he's going to have to. They're more talented. They should win this game. It's Georgia's year, I believe it.
Pizza bet, Georgia.
Yeah, laying 10.
Laying 10. I love it. All right, now Russell's asking about, quote unquote, the real national championship game between North Dakota State and Montana.
I like North Dakota State. I do.
I'm
going to go back to the perennial North Dakota State. Carson Wentz, North Dakota State. I love them. I like the quarterback. I think they get the ball down the field. I like North Dakota State.
There we go. I love it. All right, let's get into NFL football. And because one of the things I want to do as we go through these games is talk a little bit about who's got motivation, what kind of motivation they have. So we're gonna get that. We're gonna get that out of the way too, because it affects who can win a game, of course, and it also affects a lot of fantasy decisions, daily fantasy decisions we're gonna make this week for the last week of the season. Super great week for daily fantasy as well. So
I love the first game.
Chiefs Broncos.
Dude, you can't lay enough points for me. I love Kansas City. Drew Lock.
So bad.
Is horrendous. Like, this game's got 17-0 first quarter written all over it. I mean, I would bet. Now, here's what I look at. I would bet Kansas City first half, and I would bet them for the game. And I'd lay 14. I might have some fun and even lay like 24. Something, a little sprinkle action. But I do think I think it's a blowout.
Something about Drew Lock coming out and kind of talking shit makes me think he's going to play even worse.
I just don't see. He's got no talent. He's horrible. He was bad at Missouri. He's horrible. I hate that kid. I think he's horrible.
Hate that.
I hate him.
I always thought it was weird that the second round draft pick was getting like props as if he's some sort of a startable player to begin with. And he wasn't even really supposed to be drafted in the second round. So, and then by the way, San Pellegrino, baby, John Elway might be the worst talent scout for quarterbacks that I've ever seen. Like the worst that I've ever seen. By the way, this goes back to like Jake Plummer. Like this goes back a long way.
Yeah.
They haven't hit in years.
That's why he went out and got Peyton when Peyton was old and decrepit, with it coming off a broken neck.
Fine. Bring in Aaron Rodgers next year or Russell Wilson. You're not good at drafting these guys. So and you're probably not that great at free agency, favoring Teddy Bridgewater over whatever other choices there were. So if you're Rodgers, I think he goes to Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh does not have a lot of ammunition to try to get him.
But if you had to pick, where would you go if you were Rodgers?
Situationally,
I mean, Rodgers has a Steeler. Listen, the Broncos, they're no joke, and he's got Judy, and I like Cortland Sutton, and I like Noah Fant. I love the running backs. Javonte Williams is fantastic, right? But you got Najee, and who's the most underrated receiver in the friggin' league?
Listen, I love Deontay Johnson.
Right?
No one loves Deontay Johnson.
No, more than you. You discovered Deontay Johnson.
I don't understand why. I spent a whole season of DFS calling this kid the cheat code because no one plays him. And he gets 12 targets every game. I loved it, right? Give me 12 targets every single game. He got hurt twice. That scared you off 2 times?
Yep.
Come on.
I know.
Even Devontae Adams had 2 duds this year. Come on, man. 6K. So I love Deontay. I think that I could make an argument for the roster from the Broncos being a better roster. Just because I think maybe Cortland Sutton's very good, but we don't know it because he's never had a good quarterback. Yeah. And I do think that Jerry Jeudy is kind of similar to Deontay Johnson, but undiscovered even more because no quarterback.
Well, but you're right. But I mean, look, they're deep. I mean, Steelers are deep too.
Yeah. No, 2 good teams.
Fair enough.
Quarterback talent.
Yeah, I mean,
I like the Steelers coaching situation.
Come on, I can see Rodgers and Tomlin.
Yeah,
I'm a big Mike Tomlin fan. I love Mike Tomlin.
I like the coaching situation. We'll see what happens. I don't see too many other spots. I don't think Rodgers is not going to Washington in that shit show. It's a fucking shit show team. That's a spot for a chaos quarterback.
You wonder, could San Francisco make a play for him?
I don't think they will. I think they like Lance and they're going to do what they do. I don't think they will. I just think they're going to do what they do. But it would be great in San Francisco, but they just aren't going to do that. I don't think so. And I'm trying to think if there are any other team. The
Eagles. I just don't think they're. I don't think they're ready for him. I think they're probably Russ. They really would like Deshaun Watson, but probably Russ. Because they still need a couple defensive pieces too.
I think Watson is the guy for the Eagles.
Depends. You just don't know, and he also wants to go to Miami. So we'll see. We'll see how that whole thing.
We know why, right? We know why Watson wants to go to Miami.
Yeah, well, we all want to go to Miami.
More massage parlors in a 2-mile radius than any other place in the world.
It's Bob Kraft.
Yeah, Bob Kraft. Listen, I don't begrudge Bob Kraft. I love that guy.
Hey, by the way, I completely agree. He wasn't. By the way, what did he do wrong?
Come on, he did nothing wrong. Bob Kraft?
Right.
Listen, everybody wants to bring somebody down who got a lot of money. That's all it comes down to.
I agree. I'm Team Kraft.
I'm all Team Kraft. I love that dude. Good guy, charitable guy.
He's a nice man.
Yeah, good guy. Love Bob Kraft. Don't care. He wants to go to a massage
parlor. Who's your favorite owner?
I like as a human being, there's 2 that I love the most.
All right, wait, hold on. Let me guess one.
My favorite.
Can I guess them?
Go ahead.
Because to me, the nicest man in all of the NFL is Arthur Blank.
Yes. Arthur Blank is the greatest person.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a second one though, but Arthur Blank was my favorite. And did you ever hear my rant about Dimitrioff, the GM of the fucking Falcons, and how he is screwing my boy over with his ineptitude? I went off on this one day. Dimitrioff, get out of here, fucker. Fucker, right? I don't get it. Taking advantage of a nice man. But there's another great owner, not an outspoken one, but a very good man, Ziggy Wolf.
Oh, yeah.
A great person from the Vikings.
Yeah.
Very charitable.
Yeah.
Sweet fellow.
Nice,
I don't even understand. How do you become a billionaire, but you're also like a sweet guy?
I
don't get that.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm misreading it.
Yeah.
If I was a billionaire, I'd be fucking an evil billionaire. I promise. I would be the one that you want to be scared about. Like that guy.
You don't want him near the keys to the world.
Yeah, I'd be up to no good. How do you get to be there if you're not? I'd have a cat. God. You know.
Oh yeah, you would. I can totally see that.
Evil. I'd be bald.
Yeah.
The whole thing.
You'd be the man
on an island somewhere. Just like, what's that guy doing?
But you have a lair underground.
Well, you got to have one. You got to have. If
you're a billionaire, you got to have a lair. What the?
If you're a billionaire, you got to have a lair. And I'm not even saying like a bat cave. Like you need to have a lair. Like most of these guys have a. You don't think Jeff Bezos has like a giant underground ranch in freaking in South Dakota, and there's a lair underneath it? Like,
without a doubt, you got to have one.
Yeah, just in case.
Well, just in case. And by the way, how cool is it to have a lair?
Yeah, just
you think the ladies like a lair? Of course they like a lair.
No, the ladies don't like the lair. They're not into the lair.
They love a lair, man.
They don't like the lair at all.
Hey, welcome to my lair.
The ladies are scared of the lair. They're like, wait, you have a lair? All right, you're a billionaire. I'll come in. But if you weren't, I'm going to go to do it.
Well, listen, you're going to go. Buffalo Bill has a lair, right? Now that's
what I'm saying. Like the ladies don't like the lair at all.
But his lair is a little. His lair is a little rustic. You know what I'm saying?
They'll accept it if you're rich enough.
Exactly.
But they don't like the lair.
That's right.
All right. Cowboys, Eagles, second game Saturday night. Neither team with any reason to play this game. So what goes on? First of all, I
got a prop for you.
All right, I ain't touching this bet though. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know who's playing in this game.
I'll tell you one thing. I kind of. I don't. I mean, look. I got to find out if Dak not going to play. Like they said, he's going to play the first half.
Yeah, that stuff is.
So I would play the Cowboys in the first half. Remember the Kansas City first half bet, by the way. That's very important. And I would bet Dallas first half as well.
So you think he's going to play the first half?
Yep. They need to get into rhythm. They're out of rhythm right now. And the Eagles defense, they're not going to play anybody. It's not good to begin with. They're going to be ultra vanilla. I could see the Cowboys jumping out to an early lead, and I would play Dallas in the first half. But I have an Eagles prop for you.
Ooh, all right. Are the Eagles playing anybody?
No. They're the same thing. They're gonna Minshew Mania is gonna play. So you'll have Minshew start. I like, believe it or not, the Quez. I like Quez over number of catches and over number of yards. And listen.
Let me get the props.
Yeah.
Ready? That's what we do the Sharp app for, baby.
I love the Sharp app.
So let's take a look here. This is I get where you're going with this. Of course, there's no props out yet for this game.
Yeah, it's tomorrow. It'll show up tomorrow.
So it's too far away. No props yet. But I get where you're going with this. You're saying Quez kind of, they have some. Who's on the COVID list right now?
So a lot of guys are. I don't think Devontae's going to play. If he does play, he'll get limited snaps. So more snaps for Quez. I like Quez Watkins. I think one of the things that hurts Quez is that the Eagles' offense is run-based. Jalen's not the dart down the field guy. Minshew's a better thrower, right? So I think you're going to see a complete play that I love it. 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 I love it.
You're right. When you think about the way the game will play out, the Eagles have been so run heavy because Jalen runs it himself quite a bit. With Minshew in there, expect more of like a normal kind of game where they actually throw to the WR. Quez might be the WR1 in this game. So and I'm sure the prop will be like 2.5 receptions or 2. It's going to be a very low number.
Exactly. And the yardage will be high 20s.
So
I love it.
Low. Really, really sharp. Good prop. I wouldn't bet this game though. I like the Eagles.
First half though. Dallas first half, I think.
If they play Dak and the starters for the first half, I like that. With the Eagles side of it, I like Gardner when he's at the helm for the Eagles. They play, perfectly competent.
Well, if it's Cooper Rush, you like Minshew better than Cooper Rush.
Oh yeah, big time. So that's what I'm saying. I think the Eagles probably come out winning this game. And if I had to act, but they're resting people too. I don't like it. All right. Next up, we've got the Bengals at the Browns. And here's the deal on this one. First of all, the Browns are at home, 6-point favorites. Baker Mayfield getting surgery. I don't know if that means he's not playing. I assume he's not playing this week. They said he's getting surgery, torn labrum, lots of excuses. I want to talk about that in a second. Bengals not going to play the starters.
Why would you? Right.
Nothing to play for. And there are Q tags everywhere. So 38-point total, really ugly game. I don't think it's bettable at all.
If you told me I had to pick a side, I'd pick Cleveland.
Yeah, I'd pick the Browns just because Bengals are clearly saying we don't give a fuck about this game. My question for you is, do you think that the excuse about the torn labrum, and it's a real excuse, although it's not his throwing arm, so I don't know what the fuck that does, why it makes you suck, but I don't understand that, but I'm not a football player. I don't know. But do you think the excuse that Baker injured all year is going to buy him a $30 million a year long-term contract with the Browns, which is what they need to do to keep him? $30 million.
Yeah, I got to tell you, I'm not comfortable. So who is he? Is Baker Cousins?
I don't even think he's Cousins.
Well, I mean, if you don't even think he's Cousins, here's my point.
No cuz.
Right. Here's my point. Listen, can you get somewhere and get luck? Case Keenum got to the NFC Championship game against the Eagles when he was at Minnesota, if you remember.
Yep.
Ultimately, those guys aren't going to get you where you need to go. I mean, so why would you invest that kind of money? So I would pass. 100%. I would pass. And I know the problem is that you're going, oh my God, who's my quarterback? And I don't want to be in that position, but I don't want to spend $30 million and give my franchise over to Baker.
You do that move, you're stuck with Baker Mayfield.
Oh man, he will.
For 4 years at least.
Right. I can't do it. I can't do it. I think he's a great actor. I would sign him to a 4-year deal to do commercials.
I enjoy the commercial thing's great. He would ruin a franchise if they paid him that kind of money.
It's like these guys. Geek, seriously, you're a smart dude. There's a limit to these quarterbacks, and I understand that you're looking, well, you need to take a chance because if you don't have one and you get nervous, and so a Baker Mayfield or a Cousins, like, is Kirk Cousins the difference between winning a Super Bowl? He can't do that. He can't get you over. He's a game manager, and they overpaid for him.
Cousins better than Mayfield, though, a lot better.
Well, that's my point. Is that like I'm giving you Cousins, and I agree with you that he's better than Baker, but not by. But if I don't like Cousins, then I definitely don't like Baker. And that's my point.
I look at a Baker and I say, if Case Keenum came in, same. Like, I don't even think there's any downgrade to the backup.
No, actually, I like Cleveland in the game. If you like, because I don't think Cincinnati's playing anybody. So
this week, yes,
right.
I'm just more long term. I'm curious. It's a big decision that it's hard for the Browns when you're a team that drafted this kid and he's on commercials. It's hard for you to be like, guy, we like you. You're a nice guy, but you're not a franchise quarterback. We're not paying you $30 million. And it's funny, he will not take $12 million from them. But if they reject him, then from the next team, he's going to get paid like 6 or 7. It's weird how this works. If he's given the franchise contract, it's going to be for $30 million. But if he goes to some other team, if they don't, so the only team that needs to pay him that much are the Browns. Every other team can probably get Baker as soon as the Browns reject him for 6, maybe 10. Like he'll get the same job.
Yeah, I pass.
I definitely would pass too.
I would pass.
Yeah, no Baker. No Baker. All right. Saturday done. Let's move on to Sunday. Oh, that actually Cleveland. That was the first game of Sunday. This is the first game. Another game with a team with nothing to play for. Okay, and you could tell by the line here. The Packers are -3.5 on the road at the Lions. And
I got a prop.
All right, get the props going. But I just want to start with this is probably the Jordan Love Packers, not a very good Packers version.
Yeah, I like Detroit and I like St. Brown. I told you this earlier today.
Yeah.
I like St. Brown. I think he's my prop. I think he's having big games. We saw it last week, even though they got blown out. He had another monster game, scored 2 touchdowns. I like him to be an anytime scorer. I like him to go over. I think it's 100 yards, and he's an anytime touchdown scorer.
Yeah. You could also do the receptions number. He's been targeted 10, 11 times per game for the last 4 weeks in a row. So that receptions prop going to be somewhere floating in the 6.5. Again, the numbers aren't out yet. It's early.
So just for everybody out there, I would look at him and I would play him anytime touchdown scorer. I would play him 2 touchdown scorer, and I would do a pizza bet on the 3 touchdowns.
Love it. Yeah, and by the way, I think you could bet the Lions in this game. I really want to see. The Packers are not going to play the starters. They're locked in. It's just a couple series. Jordan Love is horrible. He's horrible.
Did you see him do the Aaron Rodgers invitation last Sunday night?
What happened on that game?
He threw I
took down the tournament. Oh,
yes.
Did I win the tournament? Yes,
you did. Yeah, that was it.
Game, right? Yeah. That was awesome.
Did you see that throw he makes at the end? Well, it was a Rodgers imitation, back foot.
Was it an interception?
No. He was completed.
I don't remember.
Yeah,
I don't even remember it.
So So let me ask you a question. You took down that tournament.
It was a showdown. Yeah.
So I guess when
the backups came in,
the backups are in. You're locked. You're good.
No, because here's what happened. I'm like, all right, the backups are in. The Packers side. Who the fuck was the other? I can't even remember. But the shitty team that they were facing, Minnesota without Cousins, it was a disaster for them, right? So here's what happened.
They took out Mannion.
They take out Mannion. But here's the big play. It was just one play. Mannion came back in. They took Mannion out for a minute.
For one series, right?
Right after I was in first place, huddling it since like 9 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, maybe 10 minutes. I'm like, oh shit, I got this. There was one reception by KJ Osborne. Like for the whole 9-minute grouping, there was just one reception from KJ Osborne. And I'm like, oh no, right? Because he got like a 40-yarder. And so I knew it was going to give him 4 or 5 points. But for whatever miracle, KJ Osborne, that did not shift the leaderboard. So apparently KJ Osborne, for whatever the math was, he didn't get there. So I thought that was going to knock me out of it. I was like, oh shit, no, not this.
Wow.
But it didn't knock me out. And as soon as he was still in, I waited a couple minutes. It was like in the last 3 minutes that reception happened. I waited a couple minutes. I'm like, I'm waiting for this thing to update and me to lose all my money. Because
oh my god,
the difference from first place.
That's tense, man.
Oh my god, I was sweating. I was trying to keep it cool, but I was sweating a little bit. I'll be honest.
Sure.
I'll be honest. But that catch, I was like, oh no, and I was just waiting for the hammer to drop. It didn't drop. The game ends. I'm like, yeah, motherfucker, my turn. My turn. Yeah, it was a good feeling. I love winning. I mean, a tournament. I just love winning. It's not about the money.
No. It's the win. I agree. To me, it's more of I've always liked the competition.
Yeah, I like winning. I'm a competitive person. I can never play sports.
Yeah.
Look at me. So I was like, what am I going to do? I'm going to gamble.
Oh, that's
Play
great.
fantasy football. I can win my fantasy football league. It's the closest thing. They didn't.
Dude, tell the audience you took down three leagues.
3 of my leagues. No one cares about the leagues, but I was more impressed.
Dude, that's impressive, man.
It was more that I was in 3 championships and I won all 3. That's a great feeling. Again,
dude, that's impressive.
I made a lot of championships. You lose in the championship, it sucks. It's a big difference between first place, $800 on a $100 league, and second place, $300. Like, fuck, I want the 800.
Dude, that's awesome. Are you nuts?
Yeah, I want the 800. Come on.
800, baby.
You know what I do when I win a bunch of fantasy football leagues most of the time?
What?
I have a weird indulgence. I'm not going to call it indulgence. I like to buy myself like something that I normally wouldn't, like something expensive. But like, all right, I'll give you an example. I bought the cat. One year I bought the cat. It's an expensive cat.
What kind of cat?
It's a Siberian, like it's a
yeah.
expensive cat. Another year, I bought like a weapon that looks like something out of like Halo. It's the DP-12. It's like a freaking police military shotgun thing. It's got 18 in the chamber. It looks like you're about to go regulate. I'm out.
Dude, like, I love it.
Yeah. I would never buy an $1,800 weapon.
Do you go shoot? Do you shoot it?
I like to. I've never shot that one. I'm afraid to take it from the car in New York. They catch me driving to the driving range. They're probably going to put me in jail. I'm afraid to drive. The gun dealer's like, if you ever get pulled over with this, here's like 10 pages of documentation that says it's legal, because they're going to see the shit. They're going to want to put you right in jail. I'm like, dude, I'm not fucking driving anywhere with this thing. It's going in I got to get out there one day.
So you haven't shot it?
No, I haven't even shot it. And it is.
Do you have a basement in your house?
Yeah. I'm not going to the basement to shoot the fucking gun. What are you, crazy? Well,
so
what are you doing in the basement? Like, just shoot the fucking cement wall in my house?
So, all right, I'll tell you a story, right?
Oh my God. Odds on Geek losing the Butler bet to the Cubs. It's like minus 2,000 at this point. Every Butler bet. There've never been more locked in wins. So my
grandfather had it in this basement in their house in South Philly, right? He would set up the phone books, the big phone books.
Phone books in his house, in the basement?
In the basement, yeah.
No, you do that over here. I got the judge of the whole town lived next door to me. Here's a fucking gunshot. I'm dead. This is New York. This isn't Alabama. You can't shoot a weapon over here.
Well, no. Listen, in the basement, you do it in the basement.
One day, I'll send you a picture of what this thing looks like.
I'm dying to see it. Yeah,
you get to see it. It looks like something out of a video game. Like a normal person wouldn't possess this thing. It was just like, I was like, I need that one. That's cool. What I need. I don't know how to shoot it. I'm scared to shoot it, but I need that one.
How did you start? Like, that's awesome.
I like having a weapon in the house.
Right, but most people have a 45, right? Like
in New York, you got to get all kind of license for that shit.
Right.
Like, you can own shotguns without any license.
Okay.
So it's like easy here to just get a shotgun. I'm not saying what else I don't have to do. So anybody out there, well armed, you don't want to come here. This is the last place you want to show up.
Well, now with that piece, that's a nice piece.
You don't want to come here. All right. Anyway. All right.
Is it semi-automatic?
When the Armenians show up, you don't want anything to do with pulling that out, though. You're like, hey, fellas, you don't never present a threat.
You're like Pulp Fiction, baby, sitting there with it. What's up, motherfuckers?
No, you don't present any threat. It's the least threatening. Guys, come on in. Here's my wallet.
You want some soup?
You guys want chicken soup? My wife is cooking. Here's my wallet. It's right here. Just take what you need. You don't show any sort of threat to the Armenians. All right, the Bears. Luckily, the Armenians didn't show up at all this year. They're pissed. They've been paying me.
They better be after the year we had.
They've been paying me. They're actually
you and I sussing it out, and the entire great crew at the Sharp app. Come on. There's no excuse not to win this year.
It's been killing it. By the way, if you just followed the Sharp app bets and they, the Sharp pros from the Sharp app, not just our bets, but the team of pros over there. I mean, you're killing it this year. The college football,
Yep,
killing it. So it's been great. So by the way, guys out there, if you're out there and you're watching this on the Sharp app, make sure you get Sharp Pro. You can get the betting handles, or you want to do the Sharp VIP. You get the bets in the community with all the guys, all the Sharps in there. They answer questions. We sweat the games together. It's a lot of fun. So
it really is. It's
it's a lot of fun.
Yeah,
we have like a primetime thing we do every week where when the primetime game comes on, we kind of get together behind a couple bets in the game. Everybody sweats it out together. It's a lot of fun.
I love it.
So yeah, you got to get in that Discord. But all right, let's keep going with this.
You got to show me the Discord, dude.
Yeah, I got to show you how to use the Discord. This is like
I'll join the Discord
you're
with you.
Such a boomer that you can't fucking figure out.
I'm not a boomer.
You're a boomer.
No, I'm not. I'm not even close to a boomer.
You got a freaking gray beard.
Oh, it's right here. Just that.
I was looking in the mirror today.
Look at my hair, cuz that's all black. That's black, cuz I don't call that shit.
All right, where are we?
Okay. Shit.
Bears at the Vikings. No, two teams, nothing to play for. Justin Fields on the COVID list. Cousins off the COVID list. Coming back for the last game of the season. Vikings favored by 5.5 at home. Nothing to play for. Nothing to rest for. So
I got no feel. I'll leave it up to you. I'm Gen X, aren't you? Aren't you? We Gen X.
We are Gen X. We're not Boomer. But Boomer is like a ripping on being old. But we're Gen X. You are Gen Xer. I'm a Gen Xer. That's our. We're almost millennials, but we're not.
Nah, we ain't millennials.
Gen X. Gen X. All right. So with the Vikings, I like some fantasy aspects of this game. I definitely like David Montgomery. I think the Bears have played well with Dalton. Well, like Montgomery plays better with Dalton at the helm for the Bears for the most part. Yeah, I think
what about JJ?
Yeah, I think you go right back to Jefferson here on the Vikings. No one else to throw to. DFS. I like this game for DFS a lot more than I do for betting because I think the Vikings are going to win the game. I'm favoring their side.
Okay.
I don't want to get Bobby Wow mad. He's a big big Bears fan, but I'm favoring the Vikings to win and probably cover that spread of 5.5 points, mostly because it's Dalton at the helm for the Bears, and Dalton fucking sucks balls. So I'm just going to go with the Vikings to get the win. But I do like Montgomery. I do like some betting angles, and I don't like Dalvin Cook. I don't think there's any reason to work Dalvin Cook hard, even in the last game of the season. It doesn't matter, injuries, but I just don't see the reason why you'd want to work him hard. So I don't like that part of the game, but I do like the Vikings to cover the 5.5.
All right. I like it.
Here's a gross one. Also, teams with nothing to play for. Washington at the Giants.
I got no interest.
Total.
I got
7.
no interest.
Yeah. Washington favored by 7. Giants stink.
I mean, if I had to bet, I bet the Washington, but
yeah.
I mean, come on. You're just too. There's about at least half the card you got to cross off.
Yeah, I don't want to watch that game. So I'm not.
And you got to cross off just because you don't want to force stuff. Like, there's no need. You got the playoffs coming. There's a couple. Like, we've already given you a half dozen plays I think are pretty good, are really good, that I like a lot, including the props. So, be judicious, please.
I'm very big on. I don't make a lot of bets on an NFL weekend. I have a few best bets.
It's smart.
For the most. I know a lot of people do it different. Everybody has their own style, and I'm for any style, whatever you want to do. Yeah. I don't do it that way. I'll make 3 bets over the course of a weekend, maybe 4 at the most. A lot of people bet every game. So
harder to win every game.
I think it's harder. I think you can identify 2 or 3 really good bets each weekend and be profitable. I think
you go 3-1, 4-1 every week.
Yeah.
Come on.
Give yourself a better shot. And you make a couple pizza bets. That makes the whole season.
Right. It's exactly
right. Pizza bets makes the whole season.
That's why we ate a lot of pizza.
Oh my God, I'm fucking gaining weight, eating a lot of pizza. A lot of pizza. The ducats in the pocket, no wallet.
Wise guy don't carry a wallet.
No wallet. No, you don't carry that. Colts at the Jaguars. 15.5 point favored. Colts need to win to get in. Win game. They got to win to get in. You laying the 15?
No.
Can't lay the 15.
It's 20 points.
That's a lot of fucking points.
And I know the Jaguars, they're gross, but are you nuts? You cannot lay. I don't care if they that game's so overpriced. That's what they're trying to let you do. If anything, I'd bet Jacksonville.
See what the handles. Let's see what John Q Public is doing on this.
Oh, they're all going to be all over the Colts. All over the Colts.
I agree. I think they'd be all over the Colts. I never lay that amount. I don't care who the team is. It's not my style of play. I'm never going to do that. But let's see if I can get over to this here. So I'm just going to check this one because I'm curious where the public is. Yeah, 99% of the money is on the Colts here. So everybody is betting the Colts to cover the spread, which is really interesting. Again, I wouldn't do it. I love Jonathan Taylor in this game, though.
Yeah, but here's why. You right now you're looking at it Thursday. A sharp, you know what a sharp does? A sharp waits till Sunday because then line's only going to go up. Line ain't coming down.
Yeah, let's see. Let's kind of see.
So if you like Jacksonville, because you got guys, you got whales that bet on numbers. They're not betting on teams or matchup. They just bet numbers. And that game may settle at 17, 18. So there's no reason to bet it now. Now the public is going to be all over it.
Public all over the Colts here. It's like I said, I don't lay 15.5 for anybody. I don't give a shit. So I'm not doing that bet, but Jaguars, they stink. I love Jonathan Taylor, though, in this game. I think the Colts need this win. They are highly motivated. They must win. Now, here's another game where both teams are highly motivated. The Steelers at the Ravens. Ravens at home, -6. Steelers coming off the emotional win. Very emotional. It was emotional for me because I bet the Steelers.
Dude,
so
this is Baltimore all day long. How in the world can Ben follow that night? Come on. This is Baltimore all day. Pittsburgh won't score. Maybe they score one touchdown. I'm telling you, this is Ravens all day. After it was a Monday night, nobody even wants to play. Like, that's it. That's a swan song. You can't top that by then going and playing.
One counterpoint, and it's a very minor one.
But you have
Both
a chance.
teams are alive for the playoffs.
Well, I was about to say that. You have a chance to win. Yeah.
They're alive for the playoffs. Like it's not. Let me give the scenario here.
Mm-hmm.
So for the Steelers, they're 8-7. They're actually in a better spot than the Ravens, right?
Remember the tie? They had the tie.
8% chance of making the playoffs. Yeah. They need a win and a Colts loss. So
right,
the odds of a Colts loss
to Jacksonville is nil.
Oh, and Deontay Johnson is out. I didn't even remember. The cheat code got the vid this morning. So now you're talking about Ben Roethlisberger without his usual outlet. I got to tell you, and we were doing the breakdown of this show earlier. I'm like, Ray McLeod in my fantasy lineup getting 12 targets. You want a prop? Ray over 2.5.
That's actually brilliant.
Ben,
that's brilliant. You were on Ray the other night too.
Yeah, we had him. I don't know that he was in nuts. He was definitely used a lot, but that game went really weird with the defense and how it went. But
yeah, but I actually thought it was a good play, and I thought
it was.
I thought it was it was a really sharp play.
Yeah, and he worked out well. It's just because a player doesn't end up in the nuts on a single way, he still got targeted. He did what we were hoping for.
He did. I agree. Yeah, I agree.
I like Claypool. All the pieces on the.
I don't like Claypool.
In this game, I'm going to give it to him because Deontay's not there, and he's abandoning 14 targets. So they got to go somewhere. Just throw to Claypool.
I understand. I'm not a big Claypool fan right now.
What if Aaron Rodgers comes to the Steelers and Chase Claypool becomes Devontae Adams?
Well, he doesn't have the hands that Devontae Adams, special player.
I know. I'm not maybe not Devontae, but we've seen Cooper Kupp turn from Cooper Kupp into Devontae Adams.
Yeah.
With a good quarterback.
Yeah, maybe Devontae Adams comes. It's a package deal.
I don't believe the Packers are letting him go. He's gonna be ruined.
But listen,
Jordan
he's
Love.
not. I don't know, man. He wants out.
So
last year, remember he did the whole Scottie Pippen thing, and
but they're going to franchise him. They're going to keep him by force. He's going to screw some dynasty teams that paid a lot.
But if you're the Packers, and you're going to be in semi rebuild mode with Jordan Love,
I would not keep Devontae. I would trade him.
And that kind of money you're going to have to spend.
Yeah, no,
cap wise,
I don't think they think they're going to suck. I think in their own mind.
Well, if you like Jordan Love, I mean, I don't know, again.
Like if they think Jordan Love is going to be that bad, that after 2 years or 3 years of sitting and learning, he's still going to suck. At that point, they should not be looking. They should be looking to bring in Deshaun Watson. Like they shouldn't play.
Yeah, they should be looking to re-sign to make sure Rodgers never leaves.
Why would you let Rodgers? I don't even want to get into it because we could talk about that forever. I think Rodgers might retire.
No.
He might be just like, fuck this. We'll see. Titans. All right. So are we? Yeah. Ravens. Do you like a Ravens bet? Are we betting the Ravens? Ravens -6.
Let's make it a wager.
No, I'm not betting this one again.
No. I mean, let's make it an official wager.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm writing it down.
So you have all of our wagers, right?
I'm writing down.
Kansas City's the first one. KC first half and KC for the game. Eagles, Saturday night Cowboys. I like Cowboys first half if Dak plays. I like Quez Watkins over receptions, over yards. I like Detroit. I like St. Brown to score anytime touchdown score.
Detroit
2 touchdown,
to cover?
3 touchdown. Yep. And then load up on all the St. Brown props.
All the St. Brown.
Load them up.
Walk like an Egyptian. I'm a big fan of the Egyptian names. Equinemius and
Yes.
Amun-Ra.
Yeah, Amun-Ra's cool.
You don't hear them.
No.
It's from the pharaonic
Amun-Ra.
times.
Yes.
It's not even from the modern day Egypt. It's from the pharaonic era. Second age.
You would be I could see you being a pharaoh.
I'd be more of the consigliere to the pharaoh. I don't see myself in that role. I see myself as an advisor.
Big hat. Come on, man.
It's just, there's a big dude, and I'm in the background just whispering in his ear, like, "Listen, you don't want none of that." And he's like, "All right, I got you." Like that. That's more my role. I'm more of a consigliere. That's how I'd
say,
yeah, advisor.
Geek, I want to go invade that country.
Yeah, listen. Before you do that, let's talk for a second. Let's think this through. Take it easy.
Invade.
No, take it easy, Pharaoh.
Invade.
Come on, Ramses. Take it easy, Amun-Ra. Let's talk for a minute. Titans at the Texans. So what is happening? How I look up, and all of a sudden the Titans who had no Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
AJ Brown for like 4 games this year. Hurtleo Jones. No, he was a waste of time. Who is good on this team? How are they about to get the bye? And it's crazy. They had that run where they beat all the teams. They beat the Rams. They beat they beat everybody, and it was like a miracle.
It's a shame because the Chiefs would have had it last week if they held on to win. They lock up the bye. Now they need a loss.
Then I think. Listen, weirder things have happened. Weirder things have happened than the Titans losing to the Texans this week. That could happen. But 10-point favorites on the road, a lot of pressure on the Titans in this game. AJ Brown back. Hurtleo Jones going to play. And, Donta Foreman and crew, heavy dose of the run. Is the Titans defense elite? Is there something great about this defense that I'm missing?
Dude, I wouldn't bet that game. I mean, I think it's overpriced. I think you're shopping at Tiffany's.
I don't want to pay -10 on the Titans. They don't have a lot of scoring prowess at all. They've won via and I think Davis Mills and the Houston offense
Yeah, I
is
mean,
a little better than you think.
let me tell you something. If you asked me and you said to me, you got to pick the game, I'm going to shoot you with my weapon.
You don't want that.
I don't want that.
You don't
I
want
would.
that smoke.
I do not. I would say I would choose the Texans.
Texans +10. So for me, yeah, and this is a non-bet. I wouldn't even go money line on this. I don't like Titans at the money line. I think it's too rich. It's a pressure spot on the road.
You're shopping at Tiffany's.
Yeah, it's a little scary. So I agree with you. I'm not betting the Texans. I'm not pulling the trigger on it. But I don't think I'd like to bet the Titans. But I'm just in general amazed that this team is about to secure a bye week.
Yeah,
be the number one seed and
I don't
probably
get
get wiped out in the first round, because what's going to happen in round 2 is they're going to try to bring back Derrick Henry. He's going to be a little rusty, maybe, and the team's not going to play right. That introducing a player, I think they're in trouble.
I do too. I don't like Tennessee. Somebody tried to tell me today, hey, yeah, I love the Titans coming out of the AFC. Good. You love them, you can have them. I want nothing to do with them.
There is something called a playoff fantasy league. I do this every year with my buddies, and now I noticed that Underdog, one of the apps that does best ball, has these. So I'm not sure. I have to see how their format works, if it's the same. So what I do with my buddies is we do a playoff fantasy league every year, and it's great. And here's what I love about it. You're just filling out one team. Your player will play as many games as they play. There's no bench, no nothing. You pick one player for each position. So the strategy is try to get players that are going to play 3 or now maybe even, 4 games. You want to get players on a team. Like, essentially the Chiefs will be the most valuable, or maybe the Rams if they don't get the bye, something like that, because they have a path to 4 games. And 4 games for each player is going to absolutely smash. So the goal. So what you want to do in these leagues, you want to stack as many players from that game as possible. So if you get the quarterback from Team X, at that point you just try to, every time it comes back around to your pick, you might even take a shitty player from that team. You're like, all right,
makes sense.
I'm doing the Rams, so like Higbee it is, or some guy that you normally maybe wouldn't take in a spot. You're like, all right,
right.
So I'm going to take Gabriel.
But
Davis,
he's going to play. I mean, that's the key.
Yeah, it's about the number of games. So fun stuff. So I don't know why I mentioned that, but the Titans would not be a team that I'd be looking to load up on by any stretch, even though they won the AFC. Is my point.
No,
I'm not loading up on them. I don't want to. No,
nothing to do with them.
No. All right, Saints at the Falcons. The Saints are in play. Not really, but kind of. Have not killed yet. Saints can make the playoffs by beating the Falcons. And actually, I think they have a good chance. And having the 49ers lose to the Rams. So if the Saints win and the 49ers lose, my boy Tay and the Saints going to the big show. It's my boy. My guy, Tay,
Tay.
I love Tay. Falcons stink. So I think the Saints are going to come in and win this game, and they're going to cover 4.5 points. What do you say?
No, I like Atlanta.
Ooh, here we go. Last Butler of the regular season.
We got to do it, right? We got to do it.
Last Butler of the regular season.
We didn't do it in the last 2 weeks. We didn't do the show last week, and
that harmed me the most because I need to catch up.
And the week before that, we just didn't do it.
Yeah.
It's impossible to catch up.
We didn't find a disagreement, but I disagree.
What is it? 11-1?
It's 10-1.
10-1.
It's bad. It's bad, but playoffs are coming too. That's my time.
Yeah. Come back. I like. I don't like the Saints, so I'll be a sport and put one up for grabs.
Okay. Butler bet Saints -4.5. Cuz on the Falcons.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
And I hate the Falcons. They're gross, but
They
I
stink.
like.
No, I like Tay, man. That's my guy.
I know.
All right. Bills need to win to maintain position. They're taking on the Jets at home, 16.5-point favored Bills. What do you do with that?
I'm touching. I'm not going near it.
Somebody said like they like the Jets, blah, blah. The Jets are going to get their asses kicked in this game.
I think so too, but I'm not going near it.
No, we don't bet 16.5-point favorites. By the way, you're watching the game and the Jets are up by 7 in the first quarter, and you already know you lost.
Right.
That's why you don't bet a 16.5-point favorite.
Never.
Weird shit happens. They're up. But I'm going to say this. I don't expect a good game from the Jets on the road. These young quarterbacks, they don't play well on the road. It's a hostile environment. Nothing about it stands out for me in a positive way for the Jets. They're going to get a whooping, but of course you don't bet.
That's your squad.
Yeah, it's my squad. I love the Jets, but at home, I'll play the shitty team because they play better at home. On the road, good defense. That is not where you take a rookie quarterback. All right, so Patriots at the Dolphins, another must-win game. Highly motivated. I
like Miami.
You like Miami to cover. All right, so here. Really?
Yep. I like the Dolphins.
Yeah.
I think they're live. I think they can win the game outright. Yep.
Let me check something here. I'm a little surprised. So the Patriots could get the number 1 seed, could fall as low as number 6. They're 10-6. Pretty healthy team for the Patriots. Miami has nothing to play for. They're out of it.
I know. I realize that.
They're out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Patriots have to win.
Yep.
So you like the Dolphins?
I like Dolphins. Yep. I think the line's too fat.
All right, 6.5 points.
It's a fat line.
Do you think that Jalen Waddle can be successful against a Bill Belichick-led, I take out the opponent's best guy? Should I just forget that narrative? Because for DFS, I liked Jalen Waddle. I always like him every week. He's almost a cheat code in his own regard, 11 targets every week. But the flip side has been, Bill Belichick's really good at taking out the opponent's best player. And Waddle is by far the only best player on the Dolphins. They don't have a second guy.
Yeah, they'll try to. I think they'll try to. My guess is they'll try to, roll coverage his way and take him out of the game. And Belichick's great at doing that. I think it's his spot. I like the Dolphins. I know you're like surprised, and I just like Miami in this game.
Yeah.
The fact that I'm going to make it a play.
I like it. I like the gut. It's a gut call. I trust your gut. It wasn't my gut call. I don't. That one didn't occur to me. That's why I have the surprise look of, wow. Okay,
I actually like him.
Okay. All right. Next up, we've got
defense isn't bad either.
I think if you had to make an argument for the Dolphins, it would be their aggressive
the run
defense, pretty good against, but they're bad against the run. So, if the Patriots come in and they game plan well and they just run the football over and over and over again, they could impose their will. But I think if the kid has to throw, Miami's defense is very blitz happy. They're very aggressive, and they can mess with a young quarterback. So we'll see how they play it out.
I like them. Go ahead.
And by the way, I could just take I think the Patriots are going to win the game, but -6.5, it's a lot to cover. Panthers at the Bucks. Panthers hoping for the season to come to a merciful conclusion. Bucks.
It's my boy.
I hope he gets another chance after this year. I think he will.
By the way, Miami's 9th against the run.
Are they ranked 9th against the run?
Yeah, I thought. Yeah.
All right, so that's not bad. That's pretty good.
I thought they were
better. If they can stop the run of the Patriots, they'll be in a good spot.
Carolina.
Let me give you the motivation here, because I think this is really important. You see that the line is claiming to us, it's telling us, it speaks to us, and it's saying Tom Brady going to play, and he's going to crush. Right? That's what the line is telling us. The odds makers and the money say Tom Brady's going to play. Situation: NFC South is clinched. they could get to the number 2 seed with a win and a Rams and a whole bunch of scenarios. Does it matter that much?
No.
2 second seed, 3rd seed. That's even if they lose, it's the 3rd seed probably. It doesn't matter that much. So I'm curious about the motivation. I'm legit. I don't know. The line is telling us that Tom Brady going to play and he's playing the whole game, right? Tampa -8. That is a line of you're playing out this game top to bottom, right? My history of knowing who Tom Brady is knows that he's not the guy that wants to come out of the game and rest. That's not his personality. He wants to win every single game. He wants the style. He loves doing that. So I don't know. But, Bucks down a bunch of wide receivers.
Yeah, man. Listen, I can't bet this game. I mean, honestly, because I could see a spot where Carolina, Matt I'm pretty wired down there, obviously, and they haven't quit on him, which is a great sign because I think Matt's a terrific coach. I think everybody knows the deal. It's just quarterback. You need a quarterback. The minute he gets a quarterback.
With 2 of the worst quarterbacks you're ever going to have. I mean, I can't blame Matt Rule. By the way, he's taking a lot of heat. Yeah,
you saw that piece in Pro Football Talk, I guess, had it.
He's taking some heat.
Yeah.
And I think undeserved. What do you want? Sam Darnold? Sam freaking Darnold?
Yeah. Matt's a good coach. I'm in Matt's boat anytime, man. He's a foxhole guy.
I know
good coach. I'm telling you, he's a good coach. He'll have it. Trust me, whatever their over-under is next year, bet it. They will go over.
I believe he'll turn around, but I don't think he's turning it around this week. The Panthers just don't have anything to offer the Bucs. They don't have anything. They've got nothing offensively. They got one player. I think Robbie Anderson's out. They got one wide receiver. It's not enough.
Yeah, Sam I can't play. You're going to play it?
I think I'm going to play the Bucs. I'm leaning towards playing it.
Or see, I don't like where Tampa is. Like I don't like Tampa right now is a mess. You got no Uncle Lenny. You got no Godwin. You got no Antonio. Mike Evans is a high ankle sprain. He's banged up.
Mike Evans being forced to play by a tyrant.
I mean, and their defense is horrendous.
Not that good.
It's been coming apart at the seams.
They stopped the run.
They did stop the run.
Vitamins and minerals. Vita Vea. He's in there.
Yeah.
He's playing.
I go. I'm telling you, I'd stay away.
That's fair. All right, let's move on to the 2 best games of the weekend. Or some of the good ones here? Win and you're in. San Francisco at the Rams. Must-win game for the 49ers for the most part. The Rams would like to win. They're playing all out. They have a lot to play for. They could get all the way up to the 1st seed if some crazy shit happens. But certainly they can maintain the 2 seed. I love the Rams this year. That's the team in the NFC. That's one of the teams in the NFC that if I'm in that best ball, that's one of the teams I'm interested in alongside with the Packers because I think the Rams can get you for 4 full games.
I agree.
San Francisco needs to win.
Yep.
I love this game, first of all. I'm so excited to watch this one. It's my favorite on the slate. It's the one that I think will produce the best fantasy goodness on both sides.
Really?
Yeah, because you've got Cooper Kupp going for the record, 170 yards, all-time wide receiver yardage record. Assuming that Jimmy Garoppolo plays. I don't even know what's going on at quarterback for the 49ers right now. But if you get Jimmy G at the helm, now you could throw in a little Debo. That's my back punk. You could get George Kittle going. Elijah Mitchell is great. Sony Michel.
Do that one more time.
It's my back punk. Debo. Have you seen the movie Friday? Have you seen it?
Yeah, I love Friday. Yeah,
I've seen Friday like 100 times.
Yeah, it's the best. Yeah.
I can pretty much recite the movie.
Yeah.
Finish.
Yeah, it's the best. Are you kidding me?
Yo, Red. Maybe we could share my bike. Yeah, homie. Sure, no problem, homie. You should have said something. Oh, I love that movie. So I love this game. It's going to be a great one. So I need to know, Rams are at home, 4.5-point favorites. Not been playing that great lately. We also saw a game where the 49ers came in against the Rams earlier this season, and they said, you know what? Why would we bother putting Jimmy G back in the pocket to throw the football? Let's just run every single play of the game and negate the pass rush of the Rams. And it worked. It worked. So my question is, can they do it again? Can they go in there, run it 33 times with Mitchell, mix in a little Jeff Wilson, couple of runs from Debo, take this game? Rams and covering 4.5.
Rams cover.
There you go.
I like the matchup. The game I can't wait for is Raiders Chargers.
Well, that's Sunday night. We're all watching.
I can't wait for that game. Now I'm just thinking though. So a good friend of mine, Brad. He's the big brain, Brad. Brad's a professional gambler, and Brad.
You got to get him on the Sharp app.
I believe me, I am working on it. I'm working on a lot of things. We're gonna have some fun. Hey guys, the Sharp app, we're gonna have some fun. We got a good 2022 plan for you. All right, we might be doing a little trip, a little Sharp trip.
There may be some live
little Atlantic City action.
Could happen.
Yeah,
we're gonna
make good about it.
You want to be on the Sharp app.
We're gonna go see Mr. Frank. I showed you Mr. Frank.
I saw Mr. Frank. Mr. Frank, that's the guy you want to know.
Yeah.
You know, you ever know? Mr. Frank doesn't even have a last name. That's how you know. That's the guy you want to know. Like
we'll meet Mr. Frank. You know, it'll be nice.
That's the one you want to know.
So again, I look at this. So Brad, he loves, and again, he does this for a living, and you know, he doesn't sell picks or not. This guy is just a bettor, man. That's what he does for a living, and he likes the Raiders. I was all over the Chargers, and I still like the Chargers. I like the Chargers, but he scares me because it could be a bit of a trap.
I think the obvious.
Who you like?
Let's take a look at what the public is doing.
Because now,
we do have one other game that's not that one, but you know, I'm just going to take a look at the public numbers here. Get on the Sharp app and check the handles because I want to see what the public is doing. I do like to know. All right, here we go. It's not very determinative. So 63% of the bets on the Chargers, 77% of the money. So not just the public, but really the bet. It's leaning a little bit to Chargers.
But again, if you like the Raiders, you don't bet it now because you got to believe that the line goes the other way.
This will be -3.5. By the way, some of these lines at the -3 level are -115. Like it looks like not Caesars, BetMGM is holding the line, like hodling right now at -3, but they want to go to 3.5. One is gonna break, and then you'll see the flow of all. I'm looking at a screen here with all the odds pointing to it as if everybody can see it, but you're gonna see the whole group of them 3.5, -3.5, -3.5. So let's put it like this: if you like the Chargers, bet it now.
Yes, I want to so badly give out the Chargers, but I am torn. I keep it real. I'm a little torn, man.
You don't want to go up against the GOAT. That's a problem.
What do you mean?
You don't want to go up against the Brad.
Oh, Brad. Yeah.
You don't want to go up against him.
It's Brad, and it's also like the spot. Like
why does he like the Raiders?
He loves the Raiders. Now, we used to argue all year because he's a Derek Carr guy. I'm not. Man, I'm struggling with this one. I really want to say. I want to say the Chargers bad. I really do.
You're losing the confidence. So
I know I'm not giving it out as a play because
we need to play the primetime game. We need a play for the primetime game. There's
Can I
no
make
not
can I
doing it.
make a can we do this? Can we hop on and do a Sunday night pick? Even we hop on for 5 minutes.
When?
Because
When
I'm
are we doing that? Like,
I'm not Sunday.
all right, Sunday
7:30.
7:30 in the Sharp app.
Yes.
In the Sharp app, we will put it out in the Discord community. By the way, if you have the app, guys, and those of you watching this either in the app or whatever, you got to go. There's on the main page at the Prime window up there. There's a banner for join the community. It's the Discord community. You want to get in there. There's a free version of it. There's a premium version of it. But on the free version, we do some primetime stuff. So jump in there. Just click on that banner. It'll take you to our Discord. You can just join.
Yeah,
but
I want to. You and I will suss out. I'm not prepared to do it now. I need to study more.
You know you're going to be paying -3.5 if you wait.
I know. I mean, I don't know. I may go. I may flop to the Raiders. I don't know.
All right, we got one more. We got one more bet, and we'll revisit primetime on Sunday. But we got one more bet. Seattle at Arizona. Last game ever in a Seahawks uniform, maybe for Russell Wilson. Maybe for Russell Wilson. Cardinals need to win this game. They got to go all out. They're favored by 6.5. Let me give you the motivation. Every team's got a motivation. Cardinals are where are we? Okay. Cardinals 11-5 could potentially win the West if the Rams lose. Do not have the ability to get to number 1, but could be as good as the number 2 seed with a Rams loss, which isn't out of the question. I mean, I think it's a real possibility that the Rams lose that game. If not, I mean, it's not like a must win, but it's the difference between playing at home in round 1, probably playing at home in round 2 as well, versus being on the road the whole play. I think it's an important game, but you know, their chance of winning is they need to win, and they need to the Rams lose. It's that simple. So I think they play the game all out. That's number 1. They're going for the win. Beyond that, Seattle, last game ever. Maybe they blew their excitement good game load last week
at home. Yeah,
at home.
I got to tell you, I've been fading Seattle for the last 6 weeks, and it's worked out. Other than last week, I think it's like 5-1 fading them. So it's worked out. I'm going to go back to the fade. I want to go back to Arizona. Give me Kyler Murray. I don't think the Seahawks. I don't feel it. I think you're right. Russ's last game at home is more meaningful. Then you go on the road. It's over.
I think we didn't. You know, it's funny. Because we didn't do the show last week. We would have hashed that out.
Yes.
That's the difference. You had the COVID.
Yes.
It's like half conscious.
I'm still. You know, it's weird. I'm still lingering.
You still?
Yeah, I am. I'm like
Energy.
I'm beat. Yeah. You know.
Yeah.
And you know me. I'm a very hyperactive person.
Yeah. No. High energy. So you know that shit knocks you out, man. That shit knocks you out. So
how are the girls feeling?
Everybody's great. Kids fucking bounce right back a couple days.
Yeah, good.
So you know, everybody. I'm amazed I didn't get it. I don't know. You
got superhuman powers, man.
Fucking.
You are. You're the super geek.
You know what it is? The geek power keeps me in my office like 18 hours a day. I don't even leave. So I don't get exposed.
Right.
My problem is I have no immunities to anything because I've been sitting in an office. So I just go outside. If I just go to the supermarket, I'm like, you know, I go into a breakdown.
You get a little color.
I get a I need some lighting issues.
Yeah.
It's the lighting. It's
no.
A
little color action.
I need a little color. Well,
you need some sun. You need some good
Sicily.
sun. I'm
not from Sicily.
You're from Israel.
Yeah, that's true.
Come on, down the street.
My
That's down the street.
This is the problem. I'm in the office all the time. Even in the summer, my wife's like, "Why are you not outside? Why don't you just go to the pool? Like, you need to enjoy some." I'm like, "I'm busy. I got to work. I'm creating rankings. I need to work." I don't leave the office. I do need some color. I need a break.
We gotta go to the beaches in Israel.
The best.
I'm down. I'm dying to go.
Yeah, this is gonna happen.
I'm dying to go. I'm dying to go.
Are you an archaeology guy too? Are you into?
I love it. Oh yeah, and my son would love it. Oh my, Anthony would love it. I would love to go there.
I've been obviously many times, and I love archaeology. When I went to Italy, also when I went to Greece, that's like I like it. I'm not just going as I like that shit. I love history,
right?
And I mean, there's no better place. There's no better place. The ancientness of it is amazing, and the beaches are awesome. But I'll tell you, my one story is like me being an idiot. I'm like, I'll go to the beach for like 20 minutes, half an hour one day, like just like run over there. And a couple of years ago, I was without Laura. I was there by myself for a week and a half. I had an event I had to go to. And so I go to the beach for like 35 minutes in midday. And I'm like, why is it empty here? You know, there's no one there. I was the only one. And my first thought is, why isn't anybody here? It was like 120 degrees. Like it was so hot that the locals know not to go during high noon. They go at like early in the morning or in the evening at like 5 o'clock. It's still sunny out. But normal. But I'm like freaking thinking I'm at Jersey Shore as Belmar. I'm like, hey,
Belmar.
11 o'clock, baby. It's my time. I get over there. I'm the only one there.
Get the baby oil on.
I'm like, I didn't even put on any sunscreen. I'm like, I'll be here for 20 minutes. I tell you, I was so burnt. 20 minutes. I get back. I'm a fucking tomato. I look like an American from, Montana.
Right.
For the first time in his life. I'm like, oh, my body's bubbling. I'm like, what am I, like 12? Like I'm like an 11-year-old kid who doesn't know about getting sunburnt yet? No, a grown-ass man walking around.
What did your grandmother? What did she do?
My father at this point. Yeah, right. Like my father gave me some shitty ass aloe. I'm like, what is this crap? It's burning me worse. Where'd you get this? What is this stuff? He's like, oh, I've had it here for the last 15 years in my apartment. I'm like, what? You can't give me some new fucking aloe? It's making it worse. It's burning. Aloe's supposed to make it feel nice and cool.
What's the what are the flowers? The azalea. What's the flowers they're known for? Like you could smell them in the morning when the breeze. So I love that stuff, right? So they're one of my favorite novel series. So I love my little fun books, right? I'm a reader, right? And there is a spy. I like my spy novels.
Wait. Hold up. Oh my God. Let me just say this. And if you fucking are on the same book that I've read.
Gabriel.
Point, yes. Gabriel Alone. Daniel Silva.
Yep.
This is just, I don't even read that much.
Yeah.
I fucking love those books.
So there's like 13, 14 of them. And I love them. And so he's with the Israeli.
Kiara.
Yes.
Italian.
His wife.
He's Italian, super hot.
Yeah. He's an art restorer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dude, I could walk over there. I got like the latest book. I don't even read that much, but the Gabriel Alone series from Daniel Silva.
Yeah, I love him. He's a great character. He's a great character. I love that spy stuff. I can't
believe you just said what you just said because you don't understand how low likelihood it was that you mentioned. I only read books with orcs and dragons in them. Like it has to be magic users,
right,
or Gabriel Alone books. Like there's literally the only two. That's it.
But I love like his. So one of his mentor, who was the head of the agency in Israel, would smoke these Turkish cigarettes.
Ariel Shamran.
Yeah. Yes. My man. Yes. Shamran. And I love his team, The
whole thing is great.
The woman who's the computer.
Boring the shit out of people. Don't even keep going with it. But, oh, my God, I can't believe you read that shit.
Yeah.
Don, the sport that I do after, like, the only sport, like, when NFL ends, I focus on MMA. I love UFC. I'm known for it. So combat fighting is my sport. I like once a week sports. So if you continue to come around, like you check out DFS Army or the Sharp app We're going to have a lot of coverage of MMA once NFL season ends. I cannot.
Well, you and I are going to continue doing the show, but we may do like a mishmash of things. Like I'm a hoop guy, right? I love basketball. We also, you and I might do golf.
Yeah, a little. I like the once a weeks, especially on a show like this where we can take a long time chatting and make it worthwhile. So we'll talk a little golf.
Did you ever listen? I know baseball's every day, but did you ever get into baseball?
As a kid growing up, I loved baseball.
Yeah,
I love the
sport. I would
think
you would love it. Like I love baseball.
I loved it growing up. I've just discovered at this point in life, like I'm not able to do the content for it and dive in that deep because NFL for me is year round. I have to do it all year round. And if I get distracted, a couple of years ago, I allowed myself get very distracted by basketball. And I found that my NFL coverage was slipping because like in the middle of the week, I'm watching all these basketball games and then it'd be like Saturday. I'm like, oh shit, I got to pay attention to football. And I didn't like it. So I actually made a conscious effort to say, you know what? I can't do that. I have to focus one sport. And so when the NFL season comes to an end, I like to like what sport? You jump in 3/4 of the way through the NBA season. That's not exciting. Baseball, again, it's too repetitive and daily for me to really want to dive into. So I like MMA.
Do you do golf? I like golf too. I think the golf is fun.
And
we can do.
By the way, weirdly, also NASCAR. I like NASCAR now. Really like NASCAR.
I never got into NASCAR.
I've got a guy who's just a couple guys who are incredible NASCAR bettors, which is crazy in its own regard. Who even knew that you bet?
No, I think that's fantastic.
They're great.
I think I played a couple like those big DFS contests. Like, it was like during the pandemic. And I was like, so I played.
NASCAR is great for DFS.
Right. But I don't understand it. I didn't understand it where like the scoring system was weird.
You get to know it.
Yeah. I kind of dropped it.
I dropped at PGA because I couldn't win. I was just like, I can't figure this sport. I can't figure it out. I don't know how to win at it. So I had to drop that. But
yeah, but you know what? DFS Army has some great, and then the Sharp app, some great stuff when it comes to golf.
Oh my God. Our bettors. Yeah. Oh, and the tools for golf. It's just me personally.
Yeah.
My style, everybody's got a style. I've got a style that just like I couldn't figure out how to win it at golf. And so I was like, you know what?
Who's the best? Who's the best? Up north is good.
DFS up north is amazing. We have Taco doing the projections. And the numbers. He's great. Taco's even more like of a NASCAR guy, but our crew for golf and NASCAR is our DFS Army is known by far as the best NASCAR team in the industry. Like no one wins them more because we don't use outside data at all. Everything is internally generated.
That's awesome.
We're scraping the lap times from the TV as it's happening. Like the data is not available. We're scraping it in real time. So we do something different than other sites do. And that's why we just have an edge on it. So I play it because we have an edge and I love winning. Daytona's coming up in a few weeks. I will show you how to do Daytona.
All right. I'm in.
With me. I will show you how to do it. Yeah. So I do MMA, and if you like MMA, I'll do a show each week breaking down the MMA stuff. I don't do it during NFL because again, it's a distraction. I can't do it. I spend the amount of time like to do an MMA slate. It's funny. People think that you could just pull it out of your ass. It's a lot of work, a lot of study, a lot of work. You have to watch the tape of the fighters, and you got to spend hours and hours doing it. It's not something you can.
And listen, I do a lot of college football, so
a million teams.
Yeah, it's a lot. It is a lot. But I enjoyed it when basketball started at Christmas. It sucked the fact that they put the schedule back to October because I missed that. I liked it better when it was Christmas.
Way better. That
and then
1
I
year,
can focus right.
Yes, for basketball.
Yeah,
because
I love the NBA.
I was angry when I got word that they were going to start the season in October.
Yeah.
Like, I have a Kevin Bacon-esque level connection to the NBA commissioner. He's buddies with my accountant.
Really?
Yeah. So
Wow.
they went to high school together. I don't know. They're like buddies, right?
He, by
And
the way, is a great commissioner.
yeah, no,
Adam
he's good.
Silver is awesome.
Yeah, he's good. Adam Silver, good dude, right? Good dude. I say to my accountant, I'm like, dude, call Silver and tell him that no, why are you doing this? I loved it last year. Started in December. Give me a whole. So why would you overlap football season?
I don't understand it.
They didn't like the ratings that they had in July for the championships.
Yeah, guess what? You're not good. It's a shame.
It's a stupid reason.
Yeah, listen. I don't believe it was a weird year. The product wasn't good.
They were not happy with the ratings.
I know, but that affected the finals. Anyway,
July is not the best time for TV, but I don't give a shit. Like for me and my business, especially, I want sports year round.
Quite frankly, I don't understand why. Like to me, I would play the NBA Finals. Like Game 7 would be on Labor Day or around there. Like like I would go into August with it.
I think they don't think people are around in August. They're just kids are at school. Where do kids go? They're
not. If everybody's around, if anything, you can stay up later and watch games.
People go on vacation. What the fuck is wrong with America? You go to Europe, okay?
They're going for the whole month of August.
That shit is empty in August. Like everybody's like, what are you talking about? I don't work in August.
Yeah, nobody works in August. Yeah.
Here we work all the time. We're like, oh, I got a week vacation.
Yeah.
We're so happy about our week vacation, paid leave, 1 week.
Yeah.
In Europe, they're like, wait, we take 6 weeks off in the summer and another 6 weeks off over the course of the year. Like, what?
Yeah.
Work in August?
Yeah.
What the fuck goes on? We're crazy.
Horrible. I know.
But like, I don't know. They don't want it that late. I liked it. I liked it when they start later. And October? How about mid-November? If you don't want to go into June, all right, or if you don't want to go in July, end in June. All right. Start in, November.
I think it's a mistake. Anyway.
I don't like it. I don't like it either. I wish it could. I want the cycle. I want year-round sports. I don't, there's a little window where I got to play League of Legends DFS.
Like, that I have no understanding of.
I had to learn it in the pandemic. I'm like, I like it. I can, let's go FPX. Damn wow. I'm like, all right, yeah, sure.
You got all those kids.
I'm like betting on it.
10-year-olds.
By the way, I will tell you this for the betting purposes. I did observe that you can win some plus 1000s early in that League of Legends. If you just bet all the crazy underdogs, they will win some games. Like the odds are very off on League of Legends on like esports. It's very off, and I think a lot of it's fixed.
I can imagine. I guess.
Yeah, I think a lot of it's fixed. So that helps the major underdog. You want to bet. If you think a sport is fixed, you want to be betting major underdogs all the time. Just like I think it is. I don't know. I don't have any information. Don't sue me. It's not financial advice. I'm just saying.
I'm gonna write a movie about the fixing of League of Legends and the underground
movie. The boring, like nerdy.
Right.
Chinese kids.
Hey, kid, come over here. Let me tell you. You're going to lose this match. All right? You're going to lose the match.
The Yakuza's coming for you.
Yeah.
Is that the Yakuza? Is that the Chinese mafia?
It's the Japanese.
No, what's the Chinese mafia?
They're the Tongs.
The Tongs are coming for you.
Yeah, man.
There you go.
The Yakuza.
Because that's going to do it for the Wise Guys.
Fun thing. We'll be back doing playoffs though.
Yeah, we'll keep it going for the playoffs. We're gonna playoff shows. Love it. 6 games, a little less, fewer games. Can focus a little harder on each one.
Yeah, well, some fun.
Get some props going. So let's wrap it up for this one, guys. Remember, because as always, man, and I appreciate you being here. It's late at night, off the COVID, crushing it.
I love it.
COVID list.
We could talk Gabriel Alon.
We talk Gabriel a lot. No, we should never do that on air.
People, you'd be surprised. I'm telling you, spy novels are big in the audience.
It's a great book. They're like, you forget the book pretty close after you read it. It's not like heavy reading at all. It's just entertainment, start to finish.
I love it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
really
love
good.
it.
Wise guys need sleep. Russell knows what's up. All right. Wise guys don't wear shorts. Don don't wear shorts. Ever. Don't wear shorts. All right. That's going to do it. Let's wrap it up because
See you,
We
brother.
got the bets for this weekend. Let's see what we got here. Quez, props, Cowboys first half, Chiefs first half, and game.
And the game. I like Kansas City all day.
Amon-Ra, targets, receptions, first touchdown. Ravens -6.
Also Detroit.
Yep. And then the Butler bet, I got the Saints Tay.
Right. I got the ATLs.
You got the ATLs, Kylie Pitter. Tay Pitter. I like my chances.
All right.
Don't bet. You know what? I like my chances. I'm telling you. This is it. I'm feeling it.
Go Geek.
All right, guys. We'll see you guys next time. Take care, everybody.